I want to love every movie I watch. It's just this one. I liked it. I just didn't love it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne explore the quantum realm where they interact with strange creatures and embark on an adventure that goes beyond the limits of what they thought was possible. The thing that sticks out to me most in that synopsis is strange creatures, because this movie does have quite a few oddities within it. And I think that's the first place I want to start when I'm talking about this movie. It's not really a pro, it's not really a con, just what is. This movie is very sci-fi heavy. The world that is being explored in this movie, the creatures that you interact with, the different peoples, the different customs, the different ways of life, it's all very creative and very different, and like I said, very science fiction-y. It's something that's just very different from the mainstream that you just aren't really expecting. The best comparison I can make to it is the world of Rick and Morty. Or if you're familiar with the game, High on Life. The creatures and the people feel very, very inspired from those kinds of worlds, and there's plenty of that within the movie, a lot without the adult humor that goes into it. So if you're going into this expecting Rick and Morty, don't. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying when it comes to the sci-fi elements, there's a lot of very interesting similarities here. It doesn't make the movie better, doesn't make the movie worse, it's just what is. I will say this is probably one of the stranger Marvel movies I've seen, because I just didn't really have a whole lot of strong feelings on it. Nothing really wowed me, but nothing really bored me either. I don't know whether to take that as a pro or a con of this movie, because of the fact that it just didn't really make me feel a whole lot other than entertained, so I guess you can say that the movie did do its job. It does a good job of successfully occupying your mind for a couple hours, bringing you some entertainment value, bringing you some fun. However, it does absolutely nothing to stick out from the rest of the movie world in terms of memorability. And to be honest, I probably won't remember this movie 5-10 years down the line, which is fine. It's just the movie, it's fine. Now that I'm thinking about it, there are a couple of bright spots in this movie that I guess I'll touch upon, that I should touch upon. The mythology around the main villain in this movie, which is named Kang, played by Jonathan Majors, I think is pretty interesting. The movie at a point kind of keeps you in the dark about Kang, but at a certain point it gives you a ton of exposition around where he's come from and what his situation is, and I actually really found that to be one of the better parts of the movie. It introduces the main villain, it introduces a new character, and for me, they just did it in a way that felt really exciting, even though they didn't go above and beyond in execution. They did it to serve its purpose, and I think that they did it well enough. It was fun learning about the different concepts behind Kang, the different mythology about what he's after, what he's doing, why he's a bad person, or entity, or whatever you want to call him. And beyond that, the person behind the character, which is Jonathan Majors, he's absolutely the best actor in this movie, or gives the best performance. You'll probably have heard this a lot by now, because I can't imagine that I'm the first review of this movie that you're watching, but if the other reviews have mentioned Jonathan Majors is amazing in this movie, well, they're right, because he is. The dude is on an absolute tear through Hollywood right now. Dude is just going to continue to be on the warpath, because he's amazing. He's going to continue to get work for several years down the line, because he's just really, really good at what he does, and I need to sing his praises because, wow, this man just crushes it. And aside from that, I don't have a lot of notes on things that I certainly didn't really like about this movie. It's just the fact that it does nothing to stand out, and I think that's the biggest critique I have for it. Maybe one thing that did bug me is that it felt like it was reaching really hard to be funny. It just kind of adopted this wink wink, nudge nudge style of humor that gets a little too overplayed. Like, I swear they tried it several dozen times, and you know, although it's good for it doesn't go much beyond that. You're not going to be cackling. Maybe at a couple points there were a couple good jokes, but other than that, just kind of felt like it was just reaching just a little bit. I appreciate the movie's attempts to make us laugh and to make us happy, but it just didn't always land. I'm going to give the overall score, friends, in the end, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, is a 6 out of 10. I thought it was okay. This movie does its job. It entertains you, but I'm not going to remember it very, very soon, unfortunately. I want to love every movie I watch. It's just this one. I liked it. I just didn't love it, which is okay. We'll move on to the next one. There are many other movies coming out. Just go for 2 hours, have some fun, and move on with your day. Friends, thank you so much for watching another movie review. If you like this or thought it was helpful, I'd be honored if you'd consider clicking the like button, clicking these end cards up above, or the links down in the description below for your viewing pleasure. Once again, I've been Bryson. Until next time, have a great day.